Tequila. We're on Facebook and we're on the web, LongIslandLutequila.com. Listen, today we're going to talk about glassware in the world of quality tequila. Tequila's come a long way. It's the best spirit there is. It's the healthiest. It's the most enjoyable. It's growing at a tremendous pace. We're going to talk about what you need to know about glassware. Now, tequila. No lime, no salt, no ice. Drink it neat, room temperature. I mean, it's the best way. Some people like to chill it. That's fine. But tequila's come a long way. The tastes are tremendous. When you sip tequila, and you sip tequila, you use a champagne flute style glass for the most part. Now, my favorite glass is what most connoisseurs like. It's the Hristov glass. This is the Hristov Overture, which was developed for tasting tequila. This is the glass I use 95% of the time. Mostly when I'm having a nice Blanco. Okay, so if I'm having a Blanco or a Reposado, like a Tapatio, or of course, my Fortaleza or G4, some of the world-class Blancos, the Hristov is the way to go. Okay, otherwise, a similar opening would be a mini snifter, which is fine. Okay, or the Glencairn whiskey glass, which is also fine. And as you can see, the Glencairn might be just a hair smaller, but it's pretty much the same size on the top, and it's pretty much the same size with the mini snifter. They all have a wider bowl. See the bowl area, and this is what you want, because you want to swirl your tequila. They talk about the S's. You pour your tequila, 2 ounces, 3 ounces, maybe an Obama pour, as Lippy would say, 4 ounces. And what you do is you swirl, okay, to open up the flavors. Then you sniff, okay, and then you sip. And you sip it, you let it go all around your mouth, around your tongue, your gums. You let it drip slowly down the back of your throat. That's to warm up your throat. You have to warm up your palate. You see, wine is low alcohol level. This is 40% proof we're talking about, alcohol by volume, for the most part, if not more. Other Agave spirits are even higher. So you need to get your mouth warmed up. So you don't judge tequila on the first sip, or maybe not even the second sip. And you, like I said, a small amount, move it around, swirl it around, drip it down. Take a breath, maybe a glass of water, that kind of thing. Now you're ready. So, Blancos and Reposados, slightly aged, rested. Reposado means rested. Fine with a Hristov, fine with a mini snifter, fine with a Glencairn glass. If you're in a pinch, you can use a wine glass, or you can use a champagne flute. Try to find something that has a wider bottom, where you can swirl it, so it's not going to spill all over the place, and then let it bow in at the top. Okay, that's what these all do. They bow in at the top. Okay, now when you're having something more like an aged tequila or an extra aged tequila, like a Tears of Llorona or a T1 Estela Añejo, which is really dark and has that whiskey, cognac kind of flavors. This is definitely on the heavy side. You want to let it breathe. So when you hear people say let it breathe, that usually means let the alcohol dissipate for a few minutes. Pour yourself a glass, let it sit there 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe even better. And always swirl it when you come back to it. Some people like to use a wider glass for when you have the bolder, super aged tequilas that have so many flavors and boldness, complexities and layers involved, and they've been in the barrel so long it's like explosive. It's just powerful, ready to go. You might want to use a big snifter. This is going to be a small pour, but you're really going to, and you let that alcohol escape. Okay, so maybe a bigger glass. Some people use a neat glass. You can use a neat glass, nothing wrong with that. Or, those would be the only times I would use a wider opened glass, is when I'm doing a really bold, complicated, layered, extra, or bold añejo. That would be the only time. Otherwise, I'm sticking to my Hristov. Get a Hristov glass. You're going to need a Hristov glass like a real tequila expert uses. You can get them anywhere. They're not expensive. This is made for tasting tequila. These are also good. They're heavy at the bottom. They tend to just sit on the table a little easier. They're easy to hold by the bottom part here. Okay, this works very well. These tip over easily and they break really quickly. You can tap them as you see people do all the time on the bows here. This is the strongest part. Of course, the stem is very weak on these and they crack very easy. If it tips over once, it's done. So for the most part, but this is the glass, the Hristov glass. Drink tequila, use a Hristov glass 90% of the time. Use a wider, open top, larger glass when you have a very bold, complicated tequila. This is Long Island Lou Tequila, known as Lou Agave on Facebook. Thank you.